I swiped 1,000 times on the free and platinum versions of Tinder, and here's my results. So as you can see, there is a big difference with platinum. And the reason for this is because you're paying, but it's because they prioritize your likes. So if you like somebody, you're getting bumped in front of the line, in front of all the people that aren't paying, and they're going to see your profile, whoever you like, so much quicker. However, I was also curious about the gold and plus versions, how they would compare. They have so many fucking versions, but the results were about what I expected. The match rate was nearly the same as the free version. And this is because all that extra stuff that they add on, the boosts, the super like top picks, they're garbage. Even being able to see who likes you isn't really that useful, because first off, it's going to almost always be people who you don't want to like you. And it's the second time, for the genuine good ones that will end up being matches, they will be in your feed, within a week or whatever. So it's really not needed. But now the next question is, how does this compare to Bumble and Hinge? And this is where it gets kind of interesting, but let me first give you some context of the images that I'm using. And I do have a certain video on Hinge that is getting me a ton of matches and likes and comments, very genuine ones. And I'll talk about this again very soon, but I need to finish this test. But essentially, Bumble is doing even worse than Tinder. Of the 500 right swipes, I had one legitimate conversation, literally one. And half of those swipes were on the premium plus version, whatever the highest tier is. I mean, it is very location dependent. I'm getting good results on Hinge. Somebody I'm talking to right now is in Winnipeg, and he's not getting pretty much anything on Hinge, despite Hinge being the number one dating app in Canada, apparently. So I don't rule out not trying it. It's good to try the top 3 and then just see what the results are in your location, and then decide what's the best 1 to 2 apps to stick to. But yeah, one legitimate conversation out of 500 likes, that's well below average. I am rather picky, but Hinge has been very, very different, and I'll dig deeper into the results soon. But I'm getting 3 to 5 times the matches and conversations on Hinge than the platinum version of Tinder, which is crazy. Just whether it's 3 to 5 times depends on whether I'm actually subscribed to Plus or X. But yeah, it's way better. And on top of that, the quality of the matches have been so much better, so much better. I see good profiles quicker, and then the good profiles are great profiles instead of just okay for the most part. On Tinder, I'm swiping no probably 90% of the time. And on Hinge, Hinge X, mind you, it's probably 70. I'll get a bunch of really good ones, and then I'll just kind of go through them. And then by the time I get my 50th like in a day, I try to hit between 30 and 50 likes per day. But by the time I get to that, I'm swiping no 70% of the time. But damn, I mean, this is kind of unrelated, but after getting through a 12-year relationship ending, waking up to a screen like this, honestly, I kind of needed that. I mean, I don't think I even liked any of these when I took the screenshot, because, most likes aren't who you want them to be. And this isn't a brag, but yeah, just going through the breakup. I mean, I help guys with dating apps. I do know what I'm doing, but there's always that voice in the back of my mind wondering, do I still got it? Am I even, attractive, or are people going to be interested in me? Is my expectations just not where the reality is? And yeah, even though I'm not really interested in meeting anybody, I hope you guys can, are at least having some results too. Or I hope you can make the changes so you can get some momentum, because there's a lot of potential with the apps. But I mean, I don't want to be chasing validation. This is something I know a lot of women do. Just because, I mean, it is nice. It is nice to get some likes. But anyway, Tinder Platinum, definitely the best. And by at least my results, Hinge overall, but Hinge X is definitely the best ROI, especially in Vancouver. If you're in BC, Lower Mainland, that is the best effort. But I'm seeing this pretty much everywhere, that Hinge is number 1. There's exceptions about number 2 and number 3, but it is. I mean, really the only clear advantage I see with Tinder is how it's more clearly meant for hookups. I mean, that's always kind of been the case, but when you started, it was very much a replacement to Plenty of Fish or OkCupid, which were kind of hookup related anyways. But like most guys, like you don't want to be going for that, because if you're genuinely using the apps for hookups, as in you're going to talk to somebody, there's not going to be that much back and forth, and then she's going to come over to your place or you're going to go over there that same night. That is a different thing that a lot of guys aren't really ready for, because they are not, they haven't ever been on a date, or they never, maybe only been on one. They're really nervous around a woman. They don't know how to like move things forward. And if you're like geared towards hookups, you're going to screen out a lot of women who would have otherwise been interested in you. But just because you're so aggressive with moving forward, it's just not really going to work out. And plus, I mean, you can still hook up reasonably quick if that's what you want. With someone like on Hinge anyway. Just like you don't need the shirtless pictures and everything to, send the right message. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Tinder is just the McDonald's of dating apps, because it's there for something quick and greasy, but you'll probably regret it after. But I guess I'll talk to you guys in a few days. That's it. Let me know how the apps are going. Peace.